Hi, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm super excited to be here with you, and I don't want to waste any time. So let me just go ahead and get my slides up, and I'm going to get out of your way, and we'll go ahead and get started. So, my name's Grant Asplundh. I'm with Checkpoint Software. Thank you very much for joining me today. Cloud security has really it's pretty remarkable how much transformation it's went through over the course of just the last 5 or so years. It's really amazing. And I want to talk today about something you may have heard of, maybe haven't. It's called CNAP. Some people say SNAP. This is a Gartner term, but it's Cloud Native Application Protection Platform. And we're going to talk about that today. So I'm going to talk about what it is and really why it's so desperately needed today in the marketplace. We'll talk about how we line up and how our solutions have evolved to align with these core principles of CNAP. And then I'll point you to some resources that you can obtain and get to. So let's just get started. So it's certainly, there's two sides to this coin. On one hand, you could argue it's great news that these market segments, app security, cloud security, they're absolutely exploding. And what that's clearly an indication of is the unbelievable shift to leveraging and using cloud delivery models, as you can see in this graphic. Now, the flip side of that coin is that you also have that many more potential vectors for bad guys to exploit. And certainly, as we'll discuss, the complexities have went up so much that it's certainly ripe for exploit on the part of the bad guys. So some interesting facts. All of us in the industry, we're concerned about cloud security, either extremely or moderately. I mean, everyone agrees it's an issue, a big concern. The number of cloud providers, man, it's just growing now. You see more than two, saying three or more, which is really remarkable. And by the way, these are Gartner fun facts. We're building in redundancies and capabilities by leveraging these multi-cloud deployments, and we're seeing rapidly diminishing the single cloud environments. Far and away, you remember Gartner famously said here a year or two ago, at least 99% of all cloud failures will be the customer's fault. Well, it certainly remains the number one concern. Exfiltration of data is close second, and then you'll notice API security has really risen to the top in recent years. 58%, this speaks to the critical need for periodic compliance reports, vulnerability reports, and information. Why? Because we have so many alerts and so much information, we really need to bake it down, and these are becoming more and more critical. And finally, now 2.7, almost 7.5, almost 2.75 million professionals short of what we really need, speaks to how powerful it can be to have powerful, intelligent, and highly capable tools to help minimize the impact of having so few professionals. Listen, this move to the cloud, this unprecedented move, with the simultaneous shift left that we're seeing occur, is really just providing phenomenal velocity. And this is especially for the developer world, the DevOps world, the application developers, but it has almost an equal counter benefits from security. Now, you could have an application developer that can go and spin up an application, literally finding all of the tools and using 100% open source tools and code. Or maybe a DevOps engineer with a single script can spin up an entire data center with hundreds, thousands of workloads. And then the next DevOps engineer can do the exact same thing. So the exacerbation of complications, it's really unbelievable. And the counterbalance is now that it's that much more complex for the security teams. There are that many more permissions to manage misconfigurations, to run down potential vulnerabilities exposed. Just the mere fact that everything has an identity and a subsequent permission, it can be daunting at minimum. And then when you throw in the fact that I've got 3 clouds or more that I'm using and all of the same associated tools, wow, really challenging. And then again, the ever increasing and growing use of open source tools really makes it very, very challenging. Now, what's happened in the last several years as cloud adoption has just exploded, what we've also seen is this growing and expanding list of issues that need really to be managed or addressed or resolved in one way or the other. And in the last few years, we've seen hundreds of new companies and solutions that come to market to tackle all different aspects of cloud security. And you have solutions for cloud security, posture management, you have solutions for vulnerability management, workload protection, application security. You're seeing more shift left now, API-based and code-based scanning. And what you're seeing now is just this real daunting challenge. And interestingly enough, it's very similar to if you step back and you look in the last couple of years, the industry's been talking overall about how the need for consolidation is there because it's become untenable, our security stack, and making it all talk to one another and share threat intelligence and so on. Well, the same thing's happening within cloud native itself, and it really leads to a lack of context and gaps in the ability to fully remediate the environment. So to run through, this is Gartner's specific definition of CNAPP, and you'll notice it's a set of compliance and security capabilities, right? So it's not any one specific tool or capability, but it's all around protecting applications in a cloud native environment. And it's kind of north, south, east, west in that it's really shifting left and designed to provide tools that protect all the way from code to runtime and implementation. And so what you're seeing in CNAPP is a consolidation. This umbrella now covers and expands a number of capabilities: posture management, infrastructure as code scanning, container scanning, cloud infrastructure entitlement management, runtime workload protection, numerous capabilities, all getting funneled or fall under the umbrella of CNAPP. Now, here you can see the diagram as defined by Gartner, and it's a pretty dense graphic. Some of you may have seen this before. I personally really like this graphic more. While it is equally as dense, it really shows the exposures and the vulnerabilities you have through the process of code build to deploy to run, and then the corresponding CNAPP capabilities to address these exposures or vulnerabilities. But you can quickly see there are numerous capabilities that you have to really address all of the exposures, concerns that might be present in this entire process. And so the fact of the matter is cloud security is a challenge. It's constantly changing. It's a moving target. It is by no means baked in the middle. And this is an attempt to unify and integrate a platform of capabilities that really helps you be much more effective in a cloud native environment. And even Gartner believes that used on a regular basis, CNAPP technology will really have a significant and high impact on your organization. So I'd like to take just a couple of minutes and talk about how Checkpoint's CloudGuard platform has evolved to really address many of the principles and capabilities within CNAPP. And first and foremost, our world-class network gateways are available in the cloud. They're what everyone has known us for years, with all of the associated blades, functions, and capabilities that you could put on a piece of hardware in your office. Posture management, this is all of the rich, complete visibility and continuous compliance you get into your multi-cloud environment with all of the governance capabilities required. Workload protection pushes this visibility and compliance capabilities into your workloads, containers, serverless like Kubernetes. We've got a preemptive WAF and API protection that's really remarkable. The fact is, it's all powered by contextual AI, and in fact, our WAF was the only WAF to stop the log4j and log4shell and variants. So we're really excited about that. And then finally, the ability to actually add context for detection and response. Unlike all the other aspects that are really focused more around prevention and protection, this intelligence is for detection and response and adds threat intelligence and the capabilities to really enrich logs so you can make some real intelligent decisions out of your log files and subsequently use it for forensics and threat hunting and the like. So, we've added a number of really exciting capabilities. I just want to run through them quickly. Agentless workload posture, cloud infrastructure entitlement management, pipeline security, and ERM, or effective risk management. And then we go through each one. Our cloud security posture management now with agentless workload posture, we can scan an environment every 24 hours, gain deeper insights and visibility with virtually no impact to the environment. We now have a much richer capability for effective permissions and privileges with our cloud infrastructure and entitlement management. We've incorporated the acquisition of Spectral, which was about a year ago, and now really can do very cool infrastructure as code scanning and have really fully shifted left the pipeline security. And then finally, effective risk management, ERM, to, in essence, cut through all the noise of the myriad and plethora of alerts that you're receiving and prioritize so you know which ones really are the most important, that 1% that represents maybe the single highest risk to your organization overall. And then what's great news is nothing additional, no new licenses or anything. We really expanded CloudGuard to align. You can learn much more. We've got a tremendous amount of information on our website. Just go in under the CloudGuard section. You'll see all the information there. We also have numerous reports we can provide to you from analysts that talk about the CNAP market and how CloudGuard plays in that space. The fact is, it is a needed solution in this complex world. It have a significant impact on your environment. We'd love for you to learn more about what we offer in the space, and I really thank you very much for your time, and I hope you have a terrific day.